Hey everybody! Figured today I'd show you how I make deer stroganoff. First, I take my 12-inch skillet and I turn that on about medium. Next, I add in a little bear grease, a tablespoon or so. Joe's got a video on rendering down bear grease. I'll leave that up in the cards and down in the description down below in case you're interested. You should check that out. He's got some other good videos on there too about cooking coon and fishing up the Chamberlain. Should hop on over there and check that out after this. Next, I dice up an onion. This is my first voiceover. I figured I'd try this out because, well, I just ran out of time today. Normally I have almost 2 hours in the afternoon to work on videos and such. But, took a little longer to clean up the kitchen after the Christmas aftermath than I thought, so kind of ran out of time, and the kids were all up and around, and things got a little chaotic, so I figured I'd try a voiceover this time. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it don't turn out too bad. I'm just going to throw that in with my bear grease. And then June's got to go out, of course. She's always on the wrong side of the door. I'm just going to cook them up till they're nice and soft. Hopefully we get some snow here soon. We only got a couple inches and it was pretty warm today, and looks like it's going to be warm again tomorrow, so it's probably not going to last. I'd like to take the sled out for a whirl, but weather won't cooperate. At least she's making ice at night. Next, I add in a quarter cup of butter. Don't worry, that's not a hair, that's an onion root stuck to that butter cube there. So even though we can't snow sled, we're probably going to go ice fishing this weekend, so stay tuned for that. Next, I'm going to add 3 cloves of minced garlic. Boom, just like that, she's all minced. Add that in with my butter and onion. And give that a good stir for a minute. Checking my watch because our town office is only open 2 hours every week, and I don't want to miss it. I gotta license the dog. I'm gonna turn off the heat so the garlic doesn't burn. It's still warm enough so it'll cook. And then I'm gonna slice up some deer meat across the grain. Just try to slice that as thin as I can without being too concerned about it. It's actually easier if it's partially frozen when you're slicing it, which I meant to do, but time got away from me, so she completely thawed out before I got to this point. There, I got that chopped up all nice and small. Now I'm going to take out the onions and the garlic so they don't burn while the deer is cooking. Doesn't take much for garlic to burn, so. Turn the heat back on about medium. A little salt. And some pepper, of course. Good stuff. Stir that around. Got some water on the stove going for some coffee. Can't help but try a piece, it's so good. Next, I'm flouring my countertop. I'd made some sourdough pasta dough earlier. And so now I'm getting ready to make some noodles. So to make the sourdough pasta, I just took about half a cup of sourdough starter, mixed that in with 3 eggs, and about 2 cups of flour. Mixed that all together, kneaded it, sprinkled on more flour as I needed, and let that sit covered on the counter for several hours. And you just flatten it out. Use a pizza cutter. Trying to hold this pizza cutter together here. She's about ready to give up the ghost. I got it probably 8 years ago at Salvation Army for 10 cents. She's a little workhorse though. About time for a new one though. I think it's safe to say I'm not going to win any prizes for beautiful pasta. But hey, she fills a void. And next I'm gonna dice up some mushrooms. Normally I would put that in with the onions and garlic, but of course I forgot, so we'll dice them up now. Now that the meat's done, I'm gonna take that out, put that in with the onions and garlic, so that then I can saute the mushrooms in the pan, since I forgot to do it earlier. Another 1/4 cup of butter. Oh, lost a mushroom there. Alright, once the mushrooms are all done, I'm gonna take them out so I can make a roux in the pan. I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour. Then I'm just gonna stir all that in to soak up all the juice in the bottom of the pan. Next, I'm gonna add 2 cups of water. And I'm just gonna stir that all in until it's nice and smooth. Then I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of parsley, about a teaspoon of marjoram, and about 2 teaspoons of tarragon. I'm going to add my pasta to my salted boiling water. Now this pasta is fresh, obviously. I mean, I didn't let it dry out before I cooked it, so it only takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Doesn't take very long to cook when it's fresh. Then here I'm just going to add roughly 2.5 cups of sour cream. Blend that all in. It thins out as it heats up, so let that bubble a little bit, get nice and hot. And then I'm gonna add all my goodies back in. The meat, the onions, garlic, mushrooms. And let that all heat back up. Alright, noodles are done. That recipe makes a hearty noodle. Add the deer stroganoff back on top. That looks so good. Alright guys, there you have it. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.